Ribbon comes to mind, and that's really all. I don't know what else comes to mind. Welcome to another video in my series on organizing your crafting tools and supplies. These videos are especially helpful if you're organizing in a small space. In my previous video, we talked about organizing and storing your tools. In this video, we're going to talk about supplies. So for me, I think a great place to start when organizing your supplies is to separate them between holiday and season specific and more generic items. And if you have a lot for a specific season or holiday, I'm talking to you, Christmas, you're going to want that in its own separate box. I have one large box for my Christmas items, plus one banker's box for winter and spring and holidays there, and a second banker's box for fall and those holidays. From there, depending on the quantity of your supplies, your generic supplies may fit in one box. If not, you'll want to take some time to separate them, maybe larger and smaller items, or if you use a lot of one particular type of item, such as wood frames, they may have their own box and everything else in another box. So one thing that I have a lot of is wood pieces, frames, wood signs, things like that. And I organize them just simply in their own box. I have some smaller pieces that I have tucked away in a corner of that box, but I actually don't do much organizing beyond that. Now, one thing that I do organize are my small wood blocks that you get at the Dollar Tree. And I have put mine in this metal canister. This actually, in my tool video, I mentioned the metal canister that I used to keep my paintbrushes in, and this is that container. So I've now repurposed it to use my Jenga blocks because I use these a lot. So I actually keep these with my frequently used crafting tools. I'm going to talk specifically about beads, but this really would apply to any type of an embellishment that you particularly have a lot of. For my beads, I have them organized in a couple of different containers. So these beads here, these are bead strings, and I love to buy these bead garlands and then take them apart. But I also like them as garland, so I don't automatically, as soon as I buy them, take them away. So that's what's in here. These are garlands. These containers are from the Dollar Tree, and I love, love, love them. I love the size, and I love the fact that it's a screw on top, because if you have a snap-on lid and that lid falls off and you've got beads in that container, it's a mess. Are you kidding me, really? These little containers here, these are really more seasonal specific. I bought these containers at Michael's, and you can see that they snap on really, really well. These lids stay on really, really well. Similar boxes at the Dollar Tree, the handles flop off and they don't work at all. So you may actually want to even separate further and separate by size. I have two different sizes in this container. I have my smaller ones in a Ziploc bag, and then underneath are the larger ones. I certainly could have used two separate containers, but doing it this way saves space. Another supply you may need help organizing is ribbon. Now, for me personally, I don't have a whole ton of ribbon. I keep holiday specific ribbon in with the holiday specific supply boxes, but my more generic ribbon, I just keep together in a separate box. However, a couple of storage ideas that I've seen on YouTube, I think are pretty clever. One of them is to just take a box from the Dollar Tree, or wherever. This actually is from Target, but they have similar boxes at the Dollar Tree, a dowel rod, and you just run the dowel rod through the ribbon, and then the dowel rod sits in here. Now, I think that there are baskets at the Dollar Tree that have holes on the side that are larger, and so the dowel doesn't like slide all around here, because obviously this is going to fall out most likely. I also saw this one from Amazon, and while it is definitely more expensive than doing a DIY from the Dollar Tree, I think it is super clever. And if you do more project-specific crafting, such as jewelry work or resin, you'll obviously want to keep all of those things together, tools and supplies. And then depending on the size of those boxes, you can put them all in one box all together. Another option for supply storage, as I mentioned in my tools video, I really, really love my rolling cart with drawers. They are a bit pricey, but if they're in your budget, I highly recommend them. They make organizing your tools and your supplies so much easier, and they're on rollers. So you can store them kind of in a corner and pull them out when you need them and move them around so they're not in the way of other things in the room. So whether you're organizing your supplies in a single box or in multiple boxes, knowing what supplies you have on hand and knowing where to find them are key steps to enjoying your crafting time. My next video in this series, I will actually take you on a tour of my craft storage and show you exactly how I personally store my crafting tools and supplies. So be sure to join the Koala crew by subscribing to my channel and select notifications so you don't miss that video. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope that you have a koality day. And listen, my hair is just driving me crazy.